Welcome back to the White Noise Podcast. I'm Ethan, joined by Gavan with an I. And
Where is he?
And as always, except that one time, Jacob behind the glass.
Hello.
Welcome back, Jacob.
Howdy.
Always nice to have you.
Thank you. Good to be here as a guest. I mean, what?
So let's get this out of the way real quick. Last week we talked about the Star Wars movie rankings. Mm-hmm. Jacob was not here, our residential Star Wars expert.
Nope.
But he does have the list of our rankings, which will be posted, all four of ours, later today.
I was looking for that, yeah. I was wondering if you
I was going to wait till
us.
we got Jacob's. So
Got it.
this is Jacob's live reaction to our tier list.
I'm going to do it now. Okay.
Jacob's live reaction.
Yeah, I've not looked at these, but...
Oh, wait, Jacob doesn't know.
Jacob doesn't know.
No,
How the fuck did he call my list cringe then? He didn't even know what I voted for.
just from what Ethan told me.
Yeah.
I made a personal decision after some deliberation that I wasn't going to listen to it because you told me that you guys were discussing Star Wars. I was like, oh, man, that'd be cool.
Yeah, we felt kind of bad for that, considering the one
No,
time
it was
you were
actually
there.
probably good in hindsight because I probably would have just gotten mad and be like, okay, next. You guys are wrong. Next.
Your opinion has been discarded.
Exactly.
The reasoning of, I don't like it.
So I was like, to spare me thinking any less of you, Gavin, I didn't listen to it. But
can
here
think-
I
you
am
can think
looking
any-
at it anyway.
You could think even lesser of me?
Here's your list, Gavin. S tier, Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, perfect. A tier, New Hope, Rogue One, no problems there. Return of the Jedi, oh god, you have Force Awakens in B tier, wrong. Solo in B tier is fine. Return of the Jedi, B tier.
It's okay.
It's A, but whatever.
Okay.
Last Jedi is way too high at C tier. Rise of Skywalker is way too high at C tier. Attack of the Clones, C tier. I don't have any issues. D tier for Phantom Menace is a crime. All right. Ethan. Empire Strikes Back and Revenge of the Sith. I think that's across the board. Is that for everybody? Oh, Joe, God.
I don't think Joe did it,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm not even going to look at Joe's then if that's not up there.
Unshout out, Joe.
Unshout out.
Ethan, A tier, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, Rogue One, perfect. B tier, Solo above Phantom Menace and Clone Wars or Attack of the Clones. Wow, well, not what I would have expected. And then Force Awakens is way too high at C tier yet again, and the other two sequels are at D tier as they should be.
I think Force Awakens was a little bit better than Last Jedi.
No,
and-
it's a D tier.
Okay.
Joe, Revenge of the Sith at S tier, which is surprising for him, not because I wouldn't put it there.
I thought he put New Hope in S tier, too.
He
did?
did. He did, which, I mean, I don't have a problem with, but I could see it being, I put it in A tier as well.
He put Return of the Jedi way too low.
Return of the Jedi in C tier,
Oh,
that's
man.
all I need to know.
Yikes.
He put the sequels where they should be, except for Force Awakens in B tier. Okay, that's it. And the correct ranking of the Star Wars movies is S tier, Empire Strikes Back, and Revenge of the Sith, as most of you guys had. A tier, New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Rogue One. B tier, Attack of the Clones, Phantom Menace, and Solo. Nothing in C tier, all the sequels in D tier. That is the list. Any deviation is wrong, and you are free to at me, and I won't reply.
I don't know. I give it like 6 out of 10 exquisites, so I don't think so. Oh, exquisite. I think by far Phantom Menace, save for a certain 5-minute scene, was probably the worst one.
Did you not hear me when I said it was wrong? So, thank you.
I am aware.
Can't believe Joe put Return of the Jedi in C tier.
I don't remember putting it that low.
Yeah, he put it that low.
Wrong. It has one of the most emotional fight scenes in all of cinema.
And I think that's what we mentioned last week, too. It was like,
Most
that was a
emotionally
great fight
charged.
scene. The only reason I didn't like it as much is just I didn't like the Ewoks.
Didn't he
or
say
most
all
Endor.
of Jabba's stuff was boring?
Yeah, he said all of he's like, I didn't like any of the stuff with Jabba. And I was
Right.
like, Carrie Fisher sure as hell carried the scenes with Jabba because, I mean, she was so cool, especially in the opening, how she saves Han.
Shut up.
No, I
She carried it. I mean, she was such a crucial character there, you know?
Sarcasm
The way
aside,
you're saying
you're right,
it,
though.
gosh.
Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Carrie Fisher. Damn. All right.
Okay.
Well, with that out of the way, then
Unshout out,
this will be posted later, so you can look at it. And
It was a very tame reaction than what I had previously.
yes,
I claimed mental illness on some people.
On which people?
I will rather not say.
We're going to assume Joe is definitely at least one of those people.
when we post this, leave your comment on whose list is the best. You don't get to say, "Oh, I agree with Gavin's list," but only if this was here. You have to pick the one you like the best, the one you agree with.
Don't pick the right one. Mine. Pick others because we already know.
Yes,
So that means my list wins.
exactly. All right. Well, Jacob, let's twist this.
just say let's twist this?
And we're back. I did say let's twist this.
You did.
Shout out Psych. All right, let's get into it. Real quick, our weekly Moon Knight update from Gavan, our residential Moon Knight watcher.
Howdy.
This episode was very good.
Oh, it was very...
It was very... No!
Oh,
Don't say it. Exquisite. It was very good. I think the acting from Oscar Isaac is phenomenal. And honestly, after this show is said and done, whether there's a season 2 or not, I think he definitely deserves a nomination for an Emmy. Because, I mean, Jesus Christ, he's really good. And it really does feel like there's multiple people, despite being the same person, played by the same person. Spoiler alert. But
Did you ever watch Parent Trap?
Huh?
I don't think so.
But ultimately,
I've seen,
great episode.
Norbit. Come on.
Wasn't a lot of action, but we got so much character development, and it was really, really heart-touching episode.
Oh, wow.
Very good.
Wouldn't expect that description. I do like Oscar Isaac.
I love Oscar Isaac.
Oh yeah, dude!
What
in
range?
Ex
this
Machina.
episode,
Beautiful.
exquisite. Oh, exquisite. We are just going for a fucking record.
I'm going to clip that exquisite, too, so
That's
we
a
have
good
2
one.
exquisites.
Two variations.
What time is that at? That's at the 6-minute mark.
Anyway, this is definitely the best episode so far. Looking forward to the next step. This is honestly one of the few episodes so far of the show, out of the fucking 5 of them, that I could say that I was genuinely looking forward to the next episode. This last episode, I was kind of Next week, woohoo, yeah. Kind of forgot Moon Knight even came out on Tuesday. That's how I'm looking forward to. But now, I'm counting out the days. Now I'm like, oh, hey, cool. We got 4 days till Moon
It's the
Knight.
finale that's coming out next, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm hoping it'll be longer than these previous episodes, because every episode's 50 minutes, but no joke, they have 6 minutes of credits, along with a minute intro. So it's
Is there a specific reason? All the Disney shows are going 6-7 episode seasons.
I mean, I can understand Moon Knight just because not everybody knows Moon
But
Knight.
it's
I think a lot of it's
everything.
the budget, I guess. Or
That it was too big or what?
Well, I mean,
guess, but I'm
a lot
not
of Disney, a lot of Marvel TV shows have gotten a season 2, aren't they? Loki's getting one, What If's getting one. I don't know if did Falcon and Winter Soldier. Did
they
get
don't
renewed for a
want they
second?
don't want to invest that much if it's gonna flop or what?
Well, yeah, just because Moon Knight's.
I think it's because it's seen more as a mini-series than a TV show, so it doesn't have the traditional TV show rules.
It's fair.
So it's telling a story and then has the shorter episodes with more production value, I guess you can say.
I'm a little sad just because Moon Knight hasn't been renewed for a season 2 yet, and Oscar Isaac is pretty much. It's not confirmed, but Oscar Isaac's only signed on for one character or for one season, and that's all he's really shown that he cared for. So I don't think he really even wants to do a second season or show the character again, which sucks.
I guess we'll see.
But also, I mean, we got one more week to find out if we're doing a season 2. They usually announce a season 2 fairly, well into the series, but I don't know. And there also hasn't been any linkings into the MCU so far, I don't think. So,
Huh.
Wow.
nothing that I've caught. Maybe unless there was a random thing in the fucking background.
Interesting. That's not Marvel to do.
Exactly. That's why I think it is going to be a one season, just because
Its own thing.
its own thing. And it just, how could it fit into the MCU?
I guess he's a character that if you were gonna do just one season, he would be one.
He's too
that
brutal.
would fit.
Yeah.
He could probably be, like I said earlier, he could be
Deadpool would be a one season thing, I think too.
he could be in a Punisher episode or something like that. But also, I looked it up. Apparently, I think Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac in episode 2 or 3. I think he's the first Marvel character to say the word "fuck" on screen. I don't know if that's true or not. Didn't fact check it, but I heard someone say that because
Cool.
well, that doesn't count. It wasn't
MCU movie then?
MCU related, which I don't even know if this counts as MCU, but.
I'm trying to think.
But I mean, there's a part where he's stomping on a mirror, and he goes, you hear him just barely, just fuck. I was like, whoa! When I heard it.
I don't know if that's true.
No, I believe
about
it,
it.
but
Well, because I'm thinking about
I haven't seen Punisher.
pre-Disney. I'm
I
thinking
haven't seen
about
Punisher.
pre-Disney.
Oh no, I was going since Disney's acquired.
Oh,
Marvel.
so Iron Man 1, 2.
Yeah, if we're talking about all the movies that Disney has released Marvel related,
Oh.
this is the first character to say the word fuck.
Oh.
I think the closest was Samuel Jackson in the end of Infinity War.
huh.
Or Aunt May in Homecoming.
Yeah. What the
Whoa.
All right. Cool.
Curse words don't exist, children. Don't say them.
As you say
Fuck.
100 of them every episode.
Exquisite.
Speaking of exquisite, the the Phoenix Suns just wrapped up their round 1
against the Pelicans.
Playoff.
Tonight, here on this Thursday, April 28th.
It was it went on too long.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm surprised the Pelicans even got, what, they get 3 games on? Or 2?
2.
2.
Series ended 4-2 in favor of the Suns, with Chris Paul going a perfect 14 of 14 shooting.
I think
for
like
33 points.
I think like 3.
Beautiful.
I think it was like 3 or
Playoff
4 years
record.
ago. I thought the Pelicans were notorious for being bad too. So my thing was like,
are.
I don't watch basketball, but like 3 or 4 years ago, I'd be like, yo, I'm a Pelicans fan because they were like the worst team.
Yep,
So I just-
they're one of them.
So I mean, I was just watching the series. I was like, holy shit, the Pelicans are good all of a sudden.
They started the season 1-12.
Damn.
Well, one of their players
What a
was like
turnaround.
30% shooting the regular season, and then like in this series, it was what
It was
80% or something.
really good. They acquired CJ McCollum from the Portland Trail Blazers at the trade deadline, and that kind of boosted them up at the end of the season.
And too bad it didn't matter
Nope.
because they're out. Go Suns.
So, yep. Suns advance. They'll get the winner of the Utah Jazz and Dallas Mavericks
How
matchup.
is Milwaukee doing?
They beat the Bulls 4-1, and they will take on the Celtics, which
What are your hopes
are
for
really
that?
good.
Do you think the Celtics will win, or do you think the Bucks? Do you think it's going to be Suns and
I
Bucks
think
again?
the Celtics are going to win.
Ooh, really?
The Bucks are without Chris Middleton.
I don't know who that is, but I'll act like I do.
He's like their shooting guy, Devin Booker or whatever.
Okay.
So I think the Celtics could take it, but I could see it going either way. Not that I have any stake. I'm worried about the Suns making it first.
Yeah.
And then
Do you think the Suns?
they play?
Do you think the Suns are going to go all the way?
The
They
Nets,
could.
The Nets got swept
Yeah.
by the Celtics.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It was ugly to watch.
Oh, so the Celtics they have a big peepee right now, don't they?
Guess,
Yep.
yeah.
Jesus.
The Nets were the only team in the playoffs to not win a game.
Hey, you can't win everyone,
With
win
Kevin
all of
Durant
them.
and Kyrie Irving.
especially if you can't even win fucking one. But how is the Lakers make it or no?
Let me check.
Good.
No.
Good.
They got knocked out by the Suns,
Oh yeah, that's right.
making that game
That's
the
right.
Suns like last win over them, so they swept them for the regular season.
Yeah.
And it knocked them out. So,
Again, I don't watch basketball. LeBron James is part of the Lakers, right?
yes.
Yeah, because didn't he like cry about it on Twitter for a while afterwards? He's like, keep that same energy.
That was in the beginning of the season.
Oh, was that in the beginning of the season?
Beginning of the season is when he tweeted that.
Oh.
When everybody was talking about how they acquired Russell Westbrook, and like, oh, now that team's like, they're like, oh, they're old, a bunch of like old has-beens. So he was like, hey, keep that energy when we get to the playoffs. So that tweet was just resurfacing again.
Okay, that's
when
why
they
I saw
didn't
that.
make it.
Was that like did that game decide whether or not they made it into the
Yeah,
playoffs?
it
Yeah,
did.
Oh.
the game against the Suns.
That
It was very
fucking-
They
satisfying.
could have been eliminated even if they beat the Suns.
That
but
blows.
the Suns beat them, so it squashed it.
Didn't
They're
even
out.
matter.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Poor LeBron. Maybe next time. See you in Space Jam 3.
Rare little bit of basketball talk. I like it. It'll be hopefully a little bit more often here if the Suns keep going.
Hope.
Because I am deeply entrenched and invested in their playoff.
I've
journey.
tried watching basketball. It's just to me, it's just I can't get. There's too many scores.
Just watch the fourth quarter.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe
Yeah.
if you watch the
Pull
end,
up the highlights on YouTube.
I don't know. I still will always probably be just a football guy.
Speaking of football,
Whoa. NFL draft tonight.
NFL
Whoa.
draft this weekend. I haven't really been following it very closely. I know you two have.
A little bit.
I caught the end. I haven't
Okay.
been following it that
I
much.
don't-
Anything that
care.
caught your eye?
I don't care like actively about like when the draft is going on.
Yeah.
I'll listen to like who could get what, whatever. But I'm
So my
not.
brother and dad watch it religiously.
I'm not like watching every single pick and like, oh my gosh. I guess biggest things, Trayvon Walker went first overall to the Jaguars. Shout out Gavin.
Yes, sir.
What position?
Defensive
He's
end? I
defensive
believe.
end, yeah.
Defensive end.
Top 5 players were all defense.
Yet Georgia.
I think it was
Fuck.
seven plus wide receivers went in the first round. First year in 9 years that a quarterback wasn't taken in the first round.
And I think they were all like in a row too, for the most part.
I think
Just
there was a
receiver,
time where it was
receiver.
3 in a row, all who had once played at Ohio State together too. So
I know for a fact at least 5 players in this first round so far were from Georgia, and they were all defense.
Their defense is like all-star caliber.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they're all getting drafted. The whole defense of Georgia.
Jesus.
But yeah.
So going back to my old question, then could a college team beat an NFL team? What if we just took all of Georgia's this fucking previous
I
team,
don't think so.
put them up against like the worst Jaguars team or something like that?
Because very rarely does a rookie in the NFL perform at such a high caliber level. Very rarely. It happens, but it's very rare. like Jamar Chase.
I still stand by my opinion that I think if you took the right college team versus the worst NFL team in their worst season.
Can they win? Sure, they could probably win.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be an uphill battle, but I think their chances are higher than they should be.
If you played a college team versus the NFL team, if you played the same game 100 times, I think the NFL team would win more.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, then that's the answer. Can the worst team in the league beat the best team in the league ever?
Well, NFL-wise? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
happens.
So it's the same thing.
I mean,
like, it
fuck
could
the
happen.
Jags beat the Bills. I don't
But
think
I
the Bills
think
were
more
the
often
best,
than
but
not, the NFL team would win.
How many times do you think? If we ran it 100 times,
I think it'd be like
over
over
50%, yes.
Over 50?
Maybe like 70-30.
Yeah.
70-30.
I'd say that.
Pretty generous, but I think that's
I'd say
fair.
even higher, but yeah.
I would have won at least 60-40.
I think that's too low.
Too low for the NFL? Or
If you think about it, every player on the NFL is a professional and got drafted from a college probably pretty high. And half of the draft picks don't pan out anyway.
True.
Statistically,
True.
50, like at least 50% of every draft pick is going to be a bust and not going to be in the league within 5 years. So that's a lot of college players that aren't going to be up to standard in the NFL. So the NFL team is more likely to win, just inherently.
Okay.
The best of the best.
Now, what if we took a high school team versus a college team?
Oh, now we're talking.
Like, what
I
if
don't
we
think so.
What if we took
The
like
college team wins
Same thing.
every
like
time.
the best?
I think the college team has more chances than to win.
like
than,
the best high school team in the whole United States versus like ASU.
Yeah.
Really? Have you seen some of these high school teams, bro? They're gnarly, dude.
They're also like 17.
Exactly.
It's like a 3-year difference there.
3-year difference
3 or
to
4.
bulk up and get huge in college?
True. True. Steroids.
Whoa.
Only if you go to Centennial.
Oh, jeez. Shout out local schools.
They're promised this weekend.
Have your prom, guys. Keep your noses clean.
Oh, gosh.
Gavin unhinged.
Fuck
Gav-
Centennial.
We should have a segment just
Exquisite.
called Gavin Unhinged where you just rant by yourself for 5 minutes.
I don't think we have enough time. 5 minutes? That is nowhere near enough
Yeah,
time.
give me a little
Ethan.
pee-pee break. Go to the bathroom.
I need at least 20.
You need at least 20.
At
What are you
least
going to
20.
vent
We'd have
about?
to have like our own different podcast.
What
for
are
that.
you going to rant about?
You fucking name it, dude. I rant about everything. Name it. I could rant about it. If I don't know about it, give me 10 minutes to acquire some information, and then I could rant about it.
Spider-Man.
There is not enough time that we have here.
Just
for
give
me to
me.
rant
Just
about that.
start ranting, and we'll cut you off when it seems like it's been too long.
I can't. Spider-Man? He's an idiot. I hate him. I don't like that character. I don't.
He
I don't like the
stinks, and I don't like him.
You said that today. Oh my god.
Like, cool character concept. His design is cool. But unfortunately for me, that's all that stops there when it comes to his greatness of a character. Now, that being said, a lot of other people like Spider-Man. So for me to say that he's a shitty character is stupid, considering the vast majority of people would disagree with me. So it's just a personal taste there. Stanley did a great job. But I fucking hate Spider-Man.
That's the nicest way you've said that, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's only just because I'm being recorded.
You just outed yourself.
I've said worse things about the character, yes, but truthfully, that is as truthful as I can get about that.
Gavin will get into like heated debates online about Spider-Man,
I do not get it heated.
And
It
then-
was one time. It was one time.
and then he'll
It was one. I said some shit, and then I just started trolling.
and then he would get to, like try
As
to
one
get
does.
try to get information and facts from me to back up his argument.
Oh, and they
my
also the person that I was arguing with completely debunked everything you said.
Debunked everything.
Yes,
I
they sent clips.
sent clips. Well, on which parts? We'll talk about it later.
What is that? Okay.
Dude, that's why I started trolling, because I'm like, dude, you were trying way too hard at this argument. I just started going, like, nah, you're stupid.
We'll get
Shit
Gavin
like
heated
that.
in the static when we do our debate section.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'll do
I'm already fucking heated.
I'll do a
God
little
damn it.
trolling.
Well,
little trolling.
let's get into the movie review.
Woo.
So, the movie of the week was Phone Booth, a 2003 movie, which this has been the shortest movie we've reviewed at an hour and 21 minutes.
That's the shortest. No wonder Gavin hates every movie.
I don't hate every movie. Statistically, I like the majority of them.
That's true.
So, Phone Booth is about a guy, kind of not a good guy, not a good guy, who
He's
gets
a bad guy.
trapped in a phone booth because he's pinned down by a sniper who's talking to him on the phone, giving him instructions, like keeping him hostage because he has a sniper trained on him.
Sounds pretty cool.
And then it gets pretty intense, gets out of hand, and that's the movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's great. Simple concept, executed amazingly. Gavin, what were your thoughts?
First of all, I like the casting.
Yes.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker.
He was I fucking love Forrest Whitaker. Colin Farrell, and I forgot her name, but I mean, we also
Katie
had Rachel.
Holmes.
Katie Holmes.
We had 2 Batman characters. So you got the Penguin and Rachel there.
Nice.
I thought the casting was a great job. I fucking loved the villain here. I loved, especially the part where he's like talking about his child. He's like, "Don't be silent, don't be quiet." You know, it reminds me of my unhappy childhood. And he goes, just kidding. You thought. Loved him. And I love the fucking ending too.
Yeah.
I will say though, it was a little too predictable.
I know. Once I saw it, I was like, "That's not him."
He was like, "Oh, he's delivering a pizza guy." I'm like, that doesn't even sound like the same dude.
"Yeah."
So
But I don't think it was meant to be like this huge twist. I think it was meant for us to be like, "Wait a minute, is that really that guy?"
Yeah.
They just hired like a different actor to play the phone guy because it was more appealing that way, and then it reveals it, and you're like, "Oh."
yeah, despite it only taking place in one location, it kept me on the edge of my seat. Though.
Yeah.
Like honestly, because it wasn't like this huge movie, I didn't know whether or not Colin Farrell's character Stewart.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether he was going to make it out at the end of the movie. Mm-hmm. I thought they were going to pull the whole, especially when he shows up at the end.
Yeah.
That it was going to be like, oh, he was going to shoot him right there, or like maybe inject him with like a drug that would kill him. So whether or not he was going to make it out was something that I did not know was going to happen. So that's a great sign of a good suspense story. You don't know truly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
To the main character, at least.
I really liked it. Colin Farrell did amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I've always liked every movie he's been in.
Same thing with Forrest
Every
Whitaker.
movie I've seen. Yeah, Forrest Whitaker.
I call him Whittaker all the time.
Whitaker.
I don't know why.
The bad guy, the guy on the phone, the caller, is what he's listed as.
Yeah.
His voice sounded so much like Jerry from Rick and Morty that it would kind of take me out of it a little bit because I was like, it sounds like Jerry from Rick and Morty. And at first I thought it was that actor, but it wasn't. But they sound very similar. But I really enjoyed that. It was such a, and not in a bad way, a very 2000s movie.
Oh, yeah. Especially with the fucking satellite and everything.
The opening, the editing and everything.
What is it? My brother Joe even remarked.
Shout out, Joe.
Shout out, Joe.
Brother Joe.
Joe's birthday was just yesterday, so happy birthday, Joe.
Happy birthday, Joe.
He even fucking like remarked on the ending, how it goes into the satellite and whatever. He goes,
Yeah.
leave it to every 2000s movie to end like it's the fucking Matrix or something like that. So,
Well, I
thought
think,
that's
yeah,
funny.
that's the thing is you could tell this movie was definite, like, the whole phone booth concept, the whole cell phones being popular thing, and
I know.
You're
I didn't
like,
even
wow.
know those. I thought those stats were so low. I was like, oh, early 2000s. Forgot.
Yeah.
I was like, only that many
the
people.
color grading, like, it was
Easily
very,
date the movie.
it was like, oh, this movie, you can pinpoint exactly when it was made. But it still holds up. Like, the concept was well executed. It was like a short film, like an indie film.
Right.
What budget did it have? Let me check real quick.
It had a budget of it doesn't say, 13 million,
Yeah, so it's fairly low for a
and it grossed
Movie.
almost 100 million at the box.
Shoo. Good job.
Release date September 11, 2002.
Yikes. That's a pretty. Had to have been on purpose, to be honest. There's no way that was on accident.
it had to be on purpose.
There's no way you accidentally fucking do that.
I don't know.
Especially if you're going to have an act of terrorism as the
In New
plot
York.
of your
in
movie.
New York.
Yeah, there's...
Maybe then.
People in the movie theater just
Hashtag
were
never
a little
forget.
on edge too.
Did you say hashtag never forget? Thank you.
Yeah, I thought the emotional moments with Colin Farrell's Stewart. Why do I keep saying that? I thought the emotional moments with him were really good, especially with the wife. Every single time she got out of the car and was like sitting there, all I could think of was like, get the fuck back in the car. Like you're, especially when they see the scope aimed on her, I was like, oh. And he gets out, he like runs out and he's like yelling or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you could see the laser dot on her head. Yeah. Oh my god, dude! I was like, fuck, I was like, get back in the car,
I don't know,
please.
it had such a simple lesson too.
Oh, yeah. Don't be a piece of shit.
Don't be. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. And
Like a Jigsaw type movie.
scared him to be a better person, practically. And it opens with him being a douchebag, out lying all the time. Like it was about be honest. That was
Honestly, it even reminded me
story.
of. I reminded me of Wolf of Wall Street for a minute there.
yeah. But I enjoyed it. Thought it was really good. I would definitely watch it again.
Oh yeah,
I
specific.
think out of all the movies we've reviewed, this movie I feel is the most rewatchable.
I think so too. Mainly because not only was it good, but
It's also
Short.
short. Yeah.
I don't need to devote my entire fucking day to watching this.
Here's a little fun fact. So
Fun fact?
the director of this movie was Joel Schumacher.
Hopefully you didn't butcher that last name.
Schumacher,
Joel?
Shoemaker.
something like that.
The toy maker.
But the fun fact is he also directed Batman Forever and Batman and Robin
Nice.
and The Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, okay. At
Range.
least there's some sort of light and darkness there.
So like a director who has directed before put together a solid movie. I enjoyed it. What would you put it on the Gaffy Wavy meter?
I'm going to give this movie an 87%.
87.
Yes. Thought this was pretty good. Not like, holy shit, my balls exploded watching this movie, but pretty good movie.
What a scale.
Let us know when your balls do explode while watching a movie.
We have yet to get to that point. I hope.
87?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I would give it a 90.
So it was just on the level of Encanto, huh?
I hate that you guys always compare all
you
my
like-
movies to Encanto.
Well, to
What's
be fair-
Encanto this week, Ethan?
It is 80.
It's just going down.
Like I said, every time you ask him, it's just going to keep going down.
Ever since that whole
Shinch.
thing with Lucy on here and we brought it all up, I haven't listened to a single Encanto song. I haven't seen the movie.
Aw, we bully you.
Cap.
Not
Yeah,
listening to it.
you guys are so annoying.
Cap.
Listen to whatever you want.
Maximum
It's
cap
fine.
has been detected.
You guys are annoying.
I'm
But yes,
just in search of the truth.
I really enjoyed Phone Booth.
As did I. Good movie.
And speaking of movies and the movie review, Gavin, what's next week's movie?
Naturally.
Next week's movie is going to be Loverboy. It's a movie made in, oh my gosh, I don't have the stats pulled up.
I got it up right here.
Oh, great, Ethan.
1989 is when it was released. Let me read the synopsis.
Do you want to give backstory as to why we picked this movie or no?
We could.
Actually, I don't think we should.
I think
It's a mystery. Keep going.
I'll bring it up briefly, but I won't say any details.
Okay, that works for me. I was going to say, I have family watching this movie.
Here's the
I'm watching
synopsis. I know that's why I didn't want to talk about it.
I don't recall why.
Well,
Like
you-
I know.
Your text thing that I was telling you last night.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the
Yeah,
synopsis
maybe don't.
for Loverboy. Delivering pizzas doesn't pay much, especially when Randy Bodek, played by Patrick Dempsey, needs to earn enough to fund next semester's college tuition. During a routine delivery, however, Randy meets a sexy older woman named Alex, played by Barbara Carrera. Damn, Jacob. The pair become lovers, and soon she's recommending Randy's services to all her unhappily married friends.
Oh my gosh.
Just order a pizza with extra anchovies and tip well. But as Randy soon learns, life as a professional gigolo can get pretty complicated.
So, yeah, haven't seen that whole movie, but I saw my mom watching it. You know, shout out, Mom. Watching it. I saw like maybe 10 minutes of it total. I don't think I watched a huge chunk of it. I don't remember much of it. So, yeah, this based on our conversation the other night, I was like, yo, this would be a funny movie to watch.
If you're going to cast anybody to be a professional gigolo, Patrick Dempsey, I mean, you can't do much worse.
80s Patrick Dempsey, too.
80s, yeah. Young Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah, but that's...
Can't do much better than that.
Carrie Fisher's in it, too, so
Whoa!
we'll see 80s Carrie Fisher.
True. Hopefully she'll be as good as she was in Return of the Jedi. She absolutely carried that film. Such a good actress.
At least the first act she carried.
She carried it the whole trilogy.
The whole trilogy. Okay.
Just kidding.
Fair.
Isn't there a fact
It was
that...
a combined effort.
Isn't there a fact that
a combined
George Lucas convinced her that they
We don't
wear
talk about
underwear
that
in
part.
space?
Yes, I believe that's
I don't know if that was true. Is that true, or is that just a rumor that went?
I wasn't there, so I can't say for sure.
I read a book on fucking Lucas during Star Wars, and I didn't see anything about that. Maybe he chose to
I don't
purposely
think they
leave
would
that part
put
out.
that in there.
But it was a combined effort. Carrie Fisher, along with several others, carried that movie.
All right, so be sure to tune in next week when we watch Loverboy, the 1989 film starring heartthrob Patrick Dempsey.
Nice.
Nice vocabulary.
And then let's get into the static.
Welcome to the static.
All right, so we got a list of debate / question / hot take things here. And
I'm gonna love this segment.
Real quick
I
update.
look forward to it.
Dallas Mavericks beat Utah to advance to the next round. They will play Phoenix on Monday.
the Mavericks?
Yep.
In Phoenix?
Yes.
Nice.
Bueno or
Just
no
quick
bueno?
Either way. I would have been fine.
Mavericks
with
suck or no?
it. Yeah.
Does Mark Cuban still own the
The
Mavericks?
Suns swept them in the regular season.
Mark fucking Cuban owns the Mavericks.
Yeah, I think he did at one point. I don't know.
Does
If
he
still? I
still?
think he still might. Yeah.
Well, because that was always
God
the
damn
opening of Shark Tank was like he's the owner of
Shark
the Dallas
Tank.
Mavericks.
So weird. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Such a good guy too.
Quick
but
update on that.
Fuck him because he owns the Mavericks.
So you just get heated about anything, don't you?
He's the opposition. We can't like him.
Oh, okay.
Once the series is over, if we win, I will go back to liking him. But if we lose, then I can't like him anymore.
Wait, who's we? Phoenix?
Huh?
Who's we?
Yeah.
Oh,
Suns?
Phoenix.
Yeah, the Suns.
Okay.
If the Suns,
I didn't know. You just said like I don't like watching basketball, and you got all heated about
Like
it.
I hate Mark Cuban. He's playing.
he's the opposition. I have
He's
to hate him.
personally playing the Phoenix.
No mercy.
Suns.
No mercy to the opposition.
I'm gonna have to say
He
I'm
physically is there in the stadium playing.
out. I can't wait for Mark Cuban to say I'm out of this series.
You know, you guys lost us the series, and for that reason, I'm out.
Oh yeah, he
Exquisite.
still owns,
That was a good one.
He still owns the Dallas Mavericks,
Perfect.
and he is now the proud owner of his very own town. Interesting.
He owns his own town.
He owns his own town.
Thought he owns
What a
Cuba.
fucking flex.
Last month, he purchased Mustang, Texas,
What?
all 77 acres with a population of 23.
So he truly can walk around like he owns the place because he does.
Oh, God, that's a good one right there.
Man owns a fucking town. I didn't know towns could be owned.
Cuban says
neither.
he's not sure what, if anything, he plans to do with it, but he told the Dallas Morning News that he bought the town because a friend needed to sell it. Damn, billionaire problems.
Friend just needed to sell a town. He was
I
like,
thought the
okay.
bank took it. I bought
What
the
was the
bank.
name?
I bought the bank. Mustang, Texas.
Mustang.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
This man really is a fucking real life
Population of 23 people.
Are you serious? 23 people?
I'm trying to live there. I wonder what the taxes are like there.
You saying "Are you serious?" brought up my Siri.
Oh, my bad.
My bad.
Sorry,
All right.
Siri.
Are you Siri?
Okay, so with the static, the debate, that little
yeah.
tangent. Cool. So real quick, is water wet? Gavin,
No.
Jacob.
My first
Nope.
inclination is to say yes.
Nope.
Okay,
You're wrong.
Water is not wet.
Correct.
That's the correct answer, Jacob.
Absolutely
Okay.
wrong.
You're wrong.
okay, I could be
water,
wrong.
water gets things wet. It is not wet in itself.
Like water, like a water atom molecule.
Yes.
Water molecule.
If I have a cup of
I don't know
water,
chemistry.
if I have a cup of water, the space that the water is filling, is that wet?
H2O.
No, it's just covered in water. Until I pour the water out, and then what's left in there, now it's wet.
Hydrogen and oxygen. I almost said oxide.
If you're underwater, are you considered wet?
You're covered in water as being wet, right?
Exactly, Jacob.
Is water covered in water?
Water is not covered in water because water is water.
Correct.
I think my argument isn't very
Water
good,
is
but
cohesive. It sticks to itself.
I don't know what that means.
So water sticking to itself would, in fact, make it wet by your logic.
you know, you're bringing science into this.
I don't know what
I don't
cohesive
appreciate it
means.
with you.
Does that mean acidic?
Hey, I'll be the first person to say science is stupid, but
Science rules.
here you guys are refuting it.
Yeah, let's get
so
Bill Nye in here, bro.
at least refute it and say it's stupid before you call me wrong.
Is cereal a soup?
Technically,
God,
yes.
no.
Technically, yes.
It is a broth, not a soup, Gavin.
Broth?
The milk by itself, I thought, was the broth. Cereal itself is a soup, but once you eat all the cereal and there's only milk left, then it's a broth.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of like, did you know a Pop-Tart is a fucking calzone?
Okay, you guys are being like
Yeah,
really
they did.
book smart right now, but if you're out on the street saying this kind of stuff, street
Cereal-
smarts,
We're
no.
just
Cereal
saying this
is
randomly to
technically
people
a
on the
soup.
street.
Yeah.
Let us look at
Is-
what the magical words of Google.
If
Don't
I'm like,
look
oh,
up on
would you,
Google.
Hey,
That's
look-
not what it's about.
I absolutely will look
It's
this
not
up
what
on
it's
Google.
about. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Yes.
No, it's a taco.
No, it's not.
It could be. I can understand that.
I'm being Gavin today. No. If you walked into my restaurant, I was like, oh, would you like to try the soup of the day? And you're like, sure. And I bring you out fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You're not
I'm
going to be
gonna
like,
fucking-
oh,
Thanks.
exquisite.
Absolutely, I will be.
I would actually love some.
You picked the
Cinnamon
best
Toast
cereal there
Crunch.
is. Real quick, favorite type of cereal, go.
Oh, I can't
Cinnamon
pick a
Toast
favorite.
Crunch.
I like Frosted Flakes and I like Captain Crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon.
Yep, never mind, moving fast, because Ethan sucks.
It's a perfect cereal. Like, even if you're not in the mood for, like, sometimes I like
So
Reese's
I just looked up.
Puffs.
Is a hot dog a sandwich or a taco? Ready? Here's
I thought it was a
response.
sandwich.
It's a toast. Starch on the top and bottom that is not connected. Obviously a sandwich, but starch on the bottom and two opposing sides is a taco. Therefore, a hot dog is a taco. Make sense?
Nope.
No.
So when the bread is on top and bottom and it's not connected, it's a sandwich. But when
Like
the
I
bread,
said, you're going like in the dictionary, what the words say,
But-
and you're basing that
and it's
off
true though.
what is this?
It's true though.
If you ask any sane, rational person, just, hey, do you think a hot dog would qualify as a taco? Your first instinct is like, no.
You're the kind of person to call Gatorade by the actual fucking flavor, isn't it? Aren't you?
No, I call it by the color.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You fucking liar.
Ask Austin. We can call
You're
it right now.
Hey,
fucking
can you give me
liar.
a cool blue
We
Gatorade?
can call Austin right now and ask
Can
him.
you give me a blue raspberry?
He always
Gatorade?
gets me Gatorade from the store next door.
Can you give me a fruit punch Gatorade? It's the red one. Just
Can you
say
get me
it.
red? Can you give me light blue, not the regular blue?
What's the
light
white
blue.
kind called?
Glacier?
Frozen glacier.
Yeah, I fucking
you
knew
knew
it.
it.
But it's white. I
fucking
call
knew
it
it.
white.
Snitch confirmed.
Soup.
Is Gatorade a soup, Ethan?
Oh, look. Google says cereal is cereal, soup is soup.
Soup
Yes.
is soup.
The Mr. Incredible meme.
soup
is soup.
Now I want some cereal.
Okay,
Charms.
cool. So you win the cereal one, Jacob, but a hot dog is a taco.
No, it's
But
not.
is water wet?
Water is not
Maybe
wet.
one day we will
Go to the
find
ranch market right now and try to get a hot dog from the freaking deli. Go right now. Get a hot dog.
Well, they probably don't have hot dogs there
Why not?
because they don't serve hot dogs.
Oh my god.
Hot dog is an American taco.
I thought the hot dogs were German, like bratwurst. I thought aren't hot dogs German? Wouldn't that be a German taco?
Hot dog is a very American.
Hot dog is an American
Food.
thing now, but what created?
Hot dog is hot dog.
It's like you can't say pizza is an American food. Americans just didn't create that.
There's American pizza and there's Italian pizza.
Yeah, but you can't say pizza is a food of America. You can't say that's an American food.
And America is a melting pot. So a
don't give a
lot of things that America that's American
That's cool
is
and all.
from another country.
But what did that food
a hot
originate in?
hot dog originated from German. You're right. But look at this. It is believed that the first hot dogs were sold by a German immigrant out of a food cart in New York. So
Naturally.
there you go.
So the food was brought to America.
Brought.
Brats are pretty good. Exquisite. God damn.
I don't
how many
like
are we
hot
at?
dogs.
Do we have a fucking exquisite counter in the corner?
16.
Should.
We should get a
We
counter.
don't. But there shouldn't be enough to where we have to have a counter.
Yeah, I don't agree. Disrespectfully, I don't agree.
I disrespectfully don't agree. Fuck you.
Are hot dogs American? Look at
Yes,
that. The
of
hot
course they
dog
are.
is a quintessential American summer grill food.
Grilled food.
Has origins that may go back millennia.
I don't know if it goes back that far.
Millennia.
Define a millennial.
Deliverance.
Siri, what is
Deliverance.
millennia?
That's from Wild Hogs.
Hogs?
Shut up.
Hogs. Okay, that's our water wet thing. Let's move on to the next one.
There's only 4?
Boneless wings
That was one question.
versus well, the cereal and the hot dog was just like my own tangents. It's not what I have written down though. Boneless wings versus traditional wings.
We're going for the like average for the most part.
Your go-to.
Broad.
You can only get one for the rest of your life from everywhere. What do you get?
Boneless.
Traditional.
I would go traditional as well.
Fried traditional wings. Those are pretty good. But baked, they don't taste good.
Then just get them fried.
I prefer traditional.
Not every place has them fried, Jacob.
Okay, not every
Ben
place
Hameen?
has boneless or traditional. How dare you use
Hameen?
my government name? That name no longer has any meaning to me.
Is the name of your true self you just forgot.
Okay, traditional.
I like boned wings, to be specific.
Shout out Colin.
Shout out Colin. Fucking Christ.
Boned wings.
Colin, if you're watching this, fuck you. I hate your dumbass for calling that.
Boned wings.
Boned fucking wings?
What other weird things did he
Who the
say?
fuck calls it that? There's also the motherfucker that says milk and pillow. God, why? There's a fucking I there. Milk. Pillow. Stupid. Fucking. I was about to say some words that are not PG-13. I apologize.
Oh,
said
you
a
were
bunch
about
of words that
to.
aren't
You were about
PG-13.
to. Oh, man.
Shout out, Colin.
You just said, Colin, if you're listening, fuck you.
Yeah, I know. Now he's going to watch this episode.
Oh
that
my
was
God.
good. Okay, a traditional wins then. Sure.
There's an I there. Okay. Nick Cage is a good actor, is another one I have written down.
Yes.
It's the word good that gets me. Like, what's good? What do you
It's
mean
the word good
I would
that
say
gets you.
the
When I take it
majority-
out, Nick Cage
like
is
a
an
coin.
actor.
Most of the movie he's
I
in,
would agree with that.
he plays a good role.
Yes,
I'd
I
say
agree.
yes.
Good performance. Solid performance.
Yeah, dude, bro.
Okay.
The Croods, fucking phenomenal.
He was in the Croods?
Yeah, he was fucking Grug.
I didn't know
swine.
that. I never even saw the Croods, though.
That came out like fucking
You know,
forever
yeah,
ago.
I'd say he's a good actor.
I think he's a good
lot
actor,
of his,
yeah.
I like a lot of his movies.
I'd take it up a notch. He's a great actor.
Like, okay.
Hater shrugged.
I don't fucking
No,
know.
he makes good movies.
He
Like, is
does.
it his acting performance that makes them good? I don't know. I'm not like I don't even look
He's a
too
great
deep
actor.
into that.
I'll
Like
say
National
that.
Treasure, I watch that like
Oh,
every day for the rest of my life.
damn. Me too.
That was a great movie. Great
Gavin
soundtrack.
doesn't like him.
Oh,
He's shaking his head no.
put me to fucking sleep.
Yeah,
It's great to fall asleep to, I guess.
It's over 120 minutes. I know.
And it's dumb.
It's dumb. How's it dumb?
I don't know. I don't make him that way.
Declaration of Independence. I think
Well done, Gates. Well done.
every role that Nicolas Cage takes, he's just himself in every movie.
For the most part.
What other actors do that? Let's see.
It's like
Rock.
Will Smith,
The Rock, Kevin Hart.
Kevin,
It's just them. Like it's
and it works every time.
this is Dwayne Johnson just in another movie. He's not playing anybody. He's just playing himself,
You know, that's fair. There's a lot of actors that
which is fine.
Yeah.
Like, he could be a
it's
personality.
typecasting. It's
Yeah.
write a movie specifically for this person.
Like, do I think you should win awards for that? I mean, no, but
Not necessarily.
I like a lot of Nick Cage's movies. I like a lot of
There-
Dwayne Johnson's movies.
There
It's
was
fine.
there was a summer a couple years ago where from 7 p.m. to 10 a.m. I just binged a bunch of Nick Cage movies.
Why?
There was a lot of them on Netflix.
What was your favorite Nicolas Cage movie, Ethan? Aside from fucking National Treasure.
National Treasure is pretty good.
National Treasure 2.
That doesn't count. Sequels do not count.
My favorite out of that little binge
Yes.
was, let's see, I forgot the name. I'm looking.
Have you seen
right
The Rock?
now. I've not seen The Rock.
It's a great fucking Nicolas Cage.
I watched that one.
Dwayne Johnson?
No.
Oh.
I think is this it? Oh, he was in Spider-Verse. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was fucking Spider-Noir. He was my
Spider-Man
favorite
Noir.
character in that movie.
So this one is his weaker acting performance, but the movie Next, where he can see moments into the future, so he's able to react on it.
And then what was your favorite?
No, that one.
Oh, I thought you said that was the weaker one.
Well, that's his weaker performance, but it was my favorite movie.
Oh, okay.
What's the one about him being a gun runner?
Lord of War.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
I've only seen the opening.
I think that's just because
Good
it's such
opening.
an iconic
Yeah,
opening.
it's
Yeah.
iconic.
A really iconic opening.
What other questions do we have, Ethan?
Oh yeah, the Beatles aren't good.
That's the question?
No, that's the hot take.
The Beatles aren't good.
The Beatles are not good.
I'm going to have to disagree with that.
I'm gonna have to agree with that.
If they weren't good,
wholeheartedly.
then they wouldn't be so fucking...
That's not true. That is not true. There's a lot of, if heroin wasn't good for you, there wouldn't be a lot of people on heroin.
Well, you see, the thing is, I don't think people take heroin
It's
for
not
the health
good
benefits.
for you. What?
I don't think people take it
Well,
for
no,
the
that's the
health
thing.
benefits,
It's
Ethan.
not good for you, but yet a lot of people are on it.
Like, I don't like Spider-Man, but I have to admit he is a good character because the majority of people like him.
Oh, so just because the majority of people like him, you're like, oh, that he's a good character, despite what the interview is saying, Gavin.
I think if 75% of the audience is going, that shit's good, and you have one person in the back that goes, fuck that shit. Yeah, that person's probably wrong.
Here's the thing. Here's my beef with the Beatles as well as Kiss.
What the fuck is the beef with the Beatles?
Beef with the Beatles?
I think
Yeah.
the Beatles are far better than Kiss. I don't know why the hell you just compared those two.
Well, here's the comparison.
Do you have a gun outside of a hotel?
They just got that. Anyways, here's the comparison. The Beatles has 2 or 3 songs that I could listen to over and over again. Everything else is pretty bad, pretty boring, pretty stale. Same thing with Kiss.
You must not have listened to a lot of songs from either of those two bands.
I've heard a lot of songs.
They are iconic. I don't listen to them regularly.
I don't expect you to.
Here
It's like
Comes the
AC/DC.
Sun.
Like,
Yeah.
Here Comes the Sun, Come Together. That's it.
those are the only 2 songs you can think of.
No, I'm looking at a whole list right there. Those are the only ones that are good. Hey Jude, overrated as hell. Sucks. Not. Let's see. What is it? Is it John Lennon? John Lennon's Imagine sucks. Garbage.
That doesn't count as the Beatles, but
But it's the same thing. It falls under the same umbrella. Blackbird, garbage. The only way it was good was in Boss Baby.
Boss Baby.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a second to retract that fucking
Skirt
statement.
around that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna act like I didn't hear that.
One, Boss Baby's a pretty good movie.
Boss Baby is a
I'm
great
not
movie.
gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good movie.
Why are you shaking your head, Gavin?
Because it wasn't a
It
good
was
movie.
a great movie.
I have
It's a
no
pretty
idea
good
why
movie.
that got Oscar nominated.
You got Oscar nominated?
Yes.
Tobey Maguire's in it. Duh.
Tobey Maguire narrates a lot of his movies, including that one.
That's so weird. I think I'm only saying that because I was brainwashed into watching it like 100 times with Ellie. So
I think taking it for a kids movie, it could be a good kids movie.
okay,
but
yeah, I'll agree with
It
Holy
that.
has a lot of
Christ.
good comedy.
I would
though.
not watch that movie.
I would
unless
never
watch
watch that movie ever again in my
Like
in
me
my
sitting
entire
down.
life.
Me sitting down, I wouldn't go. Let's watch Boss Baby.
I don't know, guys. I probably would.
Like there's a lot of kids movies that I would sit down and go, I'm gonna watch this fucking movie. Like Aladdin, Pocahontas,
There are
all
no
those movies.
kids movies.
But Boss
Oh,
Baby,
hot take.
There are no kids movies
a great kids movie, can be watched and enjoyed by all.
like
How to Train Your
Boss
Dragon.
Baby. I just watched How to Train Your Dragon this past
Thank you.
week.
Yeah. Did you watch all three of them or just?
I watched the first two.
Okay. What'd you think?
I loved them. They're amazing. My favorite scene out of all of them was from the first one, Hiccup and Toothless like first flight.
Yeah.
With the soundtrack and everything, it was just so beautifully done.
John Powell, I think, did the soundtrack for those. Amazing.
So beautiful.
He also did the soundtrack with Hans Zimmer. In
What a
fucking
guy.
Kung Fu Panda.
Love that guy.
Love that guy.
Have you seen any of the Kung Fu Pandas yet?
I've seen the first one and I saw the second one in theaters when it came out.
Fucking Christ. So like what, 2013?
I think it's older than that.
Dude, rewatch Kung Fu Panda 2 probably remains to be one of my favorite animated movies of all time.
Really?
It is that good. Yeah, Gary Oldman as the fucking villain.
Gary Oldman's such an awesome feller.
Is that the crane?
Peacock.
That was a crane.
Crane's,
oh, no, yeah,
Crane's one of the Furious Five.
Peacock.
Took that
Swine.
seat. Gosh.
I'm sorry. I got a basic Kung Fu Panda knowledge.
Well, it's not good enough, Jacob.
Okay, so wrapping it up, the Beatles are iconic.
Hey.
Doesn't mean they're not good.
They're not that good.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Here's the thing.
Dum Dum says what?
They probably did something different when it came to music to pave the way for other bands and artists to make music. But their presence allowed other people to do what they did better.
Okay. You're entitled to your
I
opinion.
hate you. Back on Boss Baby. real quick.
People have wrong opinions all the time. It's fine.
It's okay to be wrong, but I mean,
Jacob, I didn't know
as
you
long
were
as
To
so-
be clear, I don't like the Beatles. I have no strong opinion about them either way.
I do. I like the Beatles.
I don't
Not
care.
a
don't
fucking huge fan, but I mean,
I can't sit here and say they aren't good.
I don't like
though.
the Beatles. They're not
whatever.
good.
It's fine.
you
Yeah,
are
that's fine.
among the minority.
You could be wrong. It's fine.
I'm not wrong.
Okay.
I'm not wrong.
You are wrong,
I'll admit I am in the minority, but I'm not wrong.
and you are wrong.
Hey Jude. That's it. That's the entire song.
Okay.
You must not like Daft Punk then.
Might as well just throw out another hot take for
My
your work
my
story.
parents wrote Blackbird. Your parents are McCartney and Lennon? No, Ted and Janice. You don't even know their names.
That's from Boss Baby. Yes.
I love that movie. I will watch that again. We should make that movie of the week.
Did
that
you
why
just
you-
watch Boss Baby? Is that where this whole thing came
No,
from?
I didn't.
You're a
You're
not
liar.
I didn't. I
We are
swear.
not watching Boss Baby.
I didn't watch Boss Baby, guys. I
to God.
swear.
If Boss Baby gets recommended, I am not watching it.
I was there watching it when you were watching it, Jacob, all those 100 times.
I don't remember that part.
That's my favorite part of the entire
Oh
movie.
my gosh.
Or Elvis, when Elvis disappears. One part.
Speaking of Elvis movie coming out soon, I think.
I mean, we'll see how it goes.
I'm looking forward to that one.
We'll see how it goes.
What do you think of Elvis?
I love Elvis.
Okay, good. Just making sure you're not completely stupid.
I hate this guy over here.
Just making sure you have some saving grace there.
Gavin doesn't like a lot of musical artists that are popular.
It's fine.
But I'm not going to say they're shit.
You said Queen is shit.
I did not ever
definitely
say
said
Queen is
that.
shit. Pull up the fucking quote. When
You
did I
said
say
it in
that?
person.
I do.
Pull up the receipt.
When have I said Queen is shit?
You said it
I
before.
have never said maximum cap. No.
When I invent a time machine, I will go back in time and record you saying it.
To this very moment, will you come back and tell us?
Yeah, I will. Let's see.
Well, Ethan.
Well,
Performance issues.
very natural for someone your age in the future.
In the future. Very natural.
And for people that don't like
All right.
Queens.
Speaking of hot takes, let's get into this work stuff. So, you may not know, or you may know, I work in men's formal wear.
Yes.
There we go.
Wow.
As do I.
So there are men's
As I don't.
dress shoes. And this is a hot take. Maybe it's not.
Okay.
All shoes, like Gavin, you wear the same size in every shoe, no matter the brand, no matter the type of shoe.
Depends.
Nope, it does not depend.
I can't wear Vans.
Oh,
Feet too wide.
Here's the thing. That's your argument. Your feet's too wide.
Too wide.
How does that make sense?
Vans are too narrow sometimes. Even the wide shoes of Vans just don't work. I cannot wear Vans. But anyway, keep going.
Nevertheless,
Nevertheless.
it doesn't matter on the type of shoe. You are the same size in every shoe.
I think so, yeah. I haven't checked.
I wear the same size in every shoe. I don't even try shoes on in the store. I just grab my size, 10.5, and then I walk out. Or I pay for it, and then I walk out.
Naturally.
Ethan admits to stealing live on air.
Hey, theft is free. So, I mean.
But crime doesn't pay.
But yes, so when I ask people their shoe size, and they're like, oh, well, it depends. I'm like, no, it doesn't. What is your shoe size? And that will be the size that fits you correctly. Because not every shoe is also supposed to fit the same way.
But do you have wide fit
Does that make
shoes?
sense?
Yeah,
yes,
we
we
do.
do have wide.
Okay. Then there you go.
If we're talking about, customers and shoe sizes, I can't count how many times I've had a grown man take off his shoe in my store to check his shoe size because he doesn't know.
I don't understand that. Do you know your shoe size, Gavin?
9.5.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, I feel like you should at least have an idea. If you don't know, like, don't take off your shoe in my store and look at
You're a
it.
grown man.
Sometimes I forget how I get my hair cut sometimes. Like when they
You
go to
said
ask, like,
sometimes
what do you want?
twice.
And I'm like,
Isn't it?
till
in
it's
the
short.
notes?
I don't fucking know.
Short.
I mean, I guess, but
Put me on the spot, and then I just have to come up with a number and hope to God it's not bald.
one.
Gotta pull out old reliable. Just take an inch off the top. If it's too short, we'll have to live with it. If it's too long, take another inch.
I like that. That's a good philosophy.
And then you just get the woman that just runs the fucking buzz cutters just all through your hair. I cried a little bit inside when she did that to me.
Sad.
I've had a lot of bad haircuts in my time.
Same.
What about you, JP? You have bad
Maybe
haircuts?
like one.
See, Jacob,
This is why I want to just grow my hair out. Don't have to worry about that.
I think it's too long.
No such thing.
I think it's too hot.
No such thing.
I've had like one time where they've actually like messed up, and like
Have
go
you,
home, look in the mirror, and you're like this is crooked.
I've had a handful of times.
have
like
you
that,
actually considered like there have been times where I look in the mirror when they're showing me and I'm just like, holy fuck, just give me a buzz cut. Like honestly,
I've
just
never
take me
had
all the way
that.
down.
No, I've never had that.
I would
I've
say
sat there.
very recently. It's to the point where when they ask like, oh, like how's this look? Very recently, I've been like, oh, well, can you fix this or can you do that? Before I would be like, oh yeah, it looks good, even though it didn't look good.
Yeah, I'll say it looks good every time, but my tip might not
Reflect that.
reflect that.
I'm also just not picky, and I go pretty short, and I let it grow out.
That's what I
for
go
a little
for.
bit. So I'm just like
Haircut like every,
as long as it's
every
short in
other
the
month.
back, bro, I'm good. It's 110 degrees outside. Anything is better than
Dude,
this.
my shit in the back curls, so it's like I can't let it grow that long because
my hair's-
it'll start to curl upward. And it
My hair's
looks
too
stupid.
thick to grow out long.
That's a thing.
Yeah, I mean that's a thing.
Can't just grow your hair out long.
Well, it's
Oh yeah, that's right. You look like Will Stronghold from fucking. You have the Will Stronghold hair. Yo, time that because I'll send you the picture of you, and I want you to put Will Stronghold's hair.
Why are you laughing, Jacob?
Will Stronghold.
Fucking
From Sky High.
Sky High. What a magical fucking movie. That is such a good movie.
10 out of
That's a
10
good.
movie.
That's a good bad movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's so fucking bad, but I mean, it's awesome
I
at the
wouldn't
same
say it's
time.
bad at
Like
all.
if I looked at Rotten Tomatoes and it was like 10%, I'd be like, that sounds about right. But I love that movie.
But it's got Bruce Campbell in it, so
Oh yeah,
That's
Bruce
true.
Campbell is in it.
Automatically plus 20%.
It has a 73% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh my god!
That's a great movie.
God,
Wow, better than Taken.
Yeah.
wow.
Shout out Rotten Gems.
But
They
does it beat
reviewed
Encanto,
Taken.
Ethan?
Oh, probably.
Does
not.
it beat Encanto?
Encanto's got like 99%.
Guys, Encanto is not that good.
Whoa, hot take
Whoa.
from Ethan. Jeez.
That's what you said the first time.
I was just going through some stuff.
What do you have to be going through to where you think Encanto is just like you're saving fucking grace? What were you going through, bro? What the
I want
shit?
to talk about it.
We don't talk about E.
Shut up. Yeah, my hair's too thick. It grows out before it grows down, so I look like a porcupine.
All right.
And Will Stronghold.
Yeah, that too.
Let's get into Gavin versus Wild.
Gavan versus Wild. Gibby.
We're on a bender tonight.
I have a lot of tangents. I think
Hate that you fucking
I like
said.
it.
Gavin versus Gibby.
I lose every time.
No matter the
Gibby has a shirt on, so you're fine.
Okay, so I have a chance. Fuck, I'll be at a small one.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Last week, Gavin took on a wild boar.
What was the result of our undefeated
Well,
champion?
let me just first say this. The boar had metal tusks,
Okay.
but it was also drunk.
Dazed.
Gavin had, was it a sword?
A shield and an axe.
A shield and an axe. And Gavin is still our undefeated champion, but this was the closest fight
What can I
so
say?
far.
I don't know how this was the closest, considering this, if anything, should have been the easiest. But
Gavin won with 50% versus the boar 45%.
50% to 45%.
I mean, 55 to 45. My bad. But yeah, Gavin, you barely made it out of this one alive.
I don't know about barely. Definitely walked away. Maybe with like a bruise. I was fine.
I forgot what I voted for.
You voted for the fucking boar.
I did vote for the
Shout
boar.
out Paul, because Gavin, he did vote for Gavin. So, Paul, you're cool.
Well,
bro.
when we have Paul on in the next few weeks, he'll give his whole take about you fighting animals.
Oh my god.
Because he
Does he have like an argument for everyone?
he full-heartedly believes that he himself can take on any animal.
What?
It's true.
Any animal like naked? Like are we talking like just naked feet? Like naked as in like just fists?
Naked feet. That's how you say that.
Well, I meant like, is he wearing like a fucking suit of armor at least?
Yeah, it's
Or-
like his jeans and a shirt or something versus like a tiger. He said
Get the fuck out of here.
he said he probably won't make it out unscathed, but he will win.
What? That tiger fears him. It's a tiger king.
But I will let him defend himself when he comes on in the next few weeks.
So,
Shout out, Paul.
shout out Paul. Tarzan's coming in a fucking few weeks. It's the king of the goddamn jungle, I guess.
And honestly, he makes a good argument. So
I can't fucking wait to hear these arguments.
But so last week Gavin won 55% to the boar, 45%. This week's what's the word? Opponent.
Oh god, I'm not looking forward to this one.
I don't know. This one might be the one where Gavin does not win, where we take away the title from
We
Gavin.
must keep the streak of undefeated.
No.
Man versus Wild.
Gavin versus Wild.
That's copyright shit. Gavin versus Wild.
This week Gavin takes on a hippopotamus.
Fuck.
And a hippopotamus, ready?
So, how does my opponent look? What are we dealing with?
The name hippopotamus comes from a Greek word meaning water horse or river horse, aka hippo.
That's amazing.
So the hippo is one of the largest mammals on Earth. On average, males weigh between 3,500 pounds to 9,920 pounds. And females weigh around 3,000 pounds.
Okay, so they definitely got me beat in the weight, but what about the height department?
On average, a hippo's length is 10 to 16 feet. And their height is up to 5.2 feet. So,
Holy shit. This thing's fucking huge.
yeah, it's
Oh my god.
on average, it's 6,000 pounds. So,
Yikes. So it's got me beat in height and weight. But hey, so did every other animal.
that's true.
Well, actually didn't have me beat in height, but weight, it definitely was a little bit more stockier than I was. You know, I think it's definitely the heaviest animal I've gone up so far.
A hippo can also match the speed of a human on land and is faster in the water.
Yes, I do know that. Same thing with like a fucking alligator.
So, do you want to take this thing on in the water or on land?
Well, what do you think, Ethan?
I think land.
What if you get
Oh
a canoe?
shit. What if I get in a fucking canoe? I'll do underwater, but I get like nanobot armor I get Iron Man's nano machines and the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, okay. To take on a hippo.
Then I will take on the hippo.
So let's talk handicaps and buffs. Honestly, I think you should take, as you would say, the hippo naked. No buffs, no handicaps for the hippo, but we give you a buff.
I don't know. We looked
I don't want to handicap the hippo too much.
We looked at the fucking hippo's bite strength, meaning all it has to do is get a hold of me, and I'm fucked.
Not with the buff we're about to give you.
Okay, what buff are we doing? What do we
I think we're going to give you the Black Panther armor.
The Black Panther armor.
Black Panther suit. Head to toe.
Okay.
With the kinetic ability that comes with it, but you do not have the powers of Black Panther. So
okay.
You're just normal Gavan with the suit.
Right, but with the kinetic energy redirection,
Yeah.
I pretty much do have super strength.
It depends. So
Like if I let this thing bite me and then I just punch the shit out of it, that's gonna hurt. Like think of all the energy being transferred from that hippo bite into the armor, which is gonna absorb all of it,
that is true.
and then redirecting it into a fist.
Making your case, I like it.
I think it wouldn't take one shot for me to kill the hippo, but it would. I think I have a higher chance with the fucking.
Is
Black
there
Panther
any
armor.
way that the hippo can wear you down to like? Can you be killed by blunt force?
Could I be killed by one force?
with the armor.
I think you can, but if we're
Or
going off
are you,
of like,
are you practically indestructible?
if we're going off of movies and comics, I don't think. I mean, it was able to take like laser shots and shit. I don't know if that's gonna. I think the armor would be fine.
because you would win with the armor.
No, because it's like against a hippo versus, like I said, space weapons and cannons and shit. I don't know.
How would it beat you though?
How would the hippo beat me?
Yeah.
I don't think. Okay, I hate to sound like that guy, but if I'm wearing the Black Panther armor, I don't think it could.
Okay, then it's too much of a buff. We're gonna have to take it away from you.
I don't think it could because unless it could crush me inside the armor, which I don't think it's shown any. I think the armor legit just repels it or redirects it, so I don't think it would be able to. And again, the armor's taken much more punishment from versus a fucking hippo. So I think with the Black Panther armor, it would just be a matter of how long would it take for me to kill this hippo.
I don't know the extent of the armor.
I don't know the
really,
extent of
so-
the armor, but like
But I mean, looking at the shit he's gone up
I
against,
don't know.
like,
I
sure,
feel like the armor is too much then at that point.
which is why I don't think a hippo was a fucking good idea, because there's no way I could do it without a nerf to this hippo.
Hippo's skin is 2 inches thick.
That's pretty thick.
That is really thick.
That's 2 C's.
You're so dumb.
Like I said, sure, give me like a fucking fully automatic AK. Give me like 100 yards. Give me a drum mag. And then I will... Armor piercing rounds as
What's
well.
a good buff for you? Honestly, just raw Gavin
Get
versus
the
raw
fuck out
hippo.
of here. I'm not doing that. I'm walking away. I'm throwing the towel in. I'm not doing that. Gavin, but he has like an army behind him.
Gavin with a revolver, 44 Magnum.
A revolver?
Yeah, 44 Magnum.
Okay. What's the nerf to the hippo? Because it's definitely going to take several shots to put that fucker
It's
down.
just you versus the hippo.
How much ammo do I have?
Okay,
6.
you get rollerblades.
Whoa,
Rollerblades and a revolver.
that's pretty good.
Chances are from fighting a fucking hippo, I'm fighting in a desert. I don't know how well rollerblades are going to work there.
They're cool, magical.
If anything,
rollerblades,
that
so they
seems
work.
like a nerf to me because I wouldn't be able to stand still.
You want to stand still fighting a hippo?
To shoot the fucker, I don't imagine moving would help me.
Hey,
aim.
running gun, like search and destroy.
Do I get reserve ammo for the Magnum? Or do I just get the 1 cylinder? If I have reserve ammo, like say I have 2 cylinders or 3,
I'll give you 2 cylinders.
I think I could put it down then, yeah.
Say
A
12
44
shots.
Magnum.
12 shots, 44 Magnum.
12 shots.
Versus a full-grown male hippo.
Jeez.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how the fucking damage a 44 Magnum does? Do you want to switch the gun? Because that, like I said, I think it would take more than 1 cylinder. Like if I could land like 6 shots, assuming I miss once or twice, maybe even 3 times, which a hippo's pretty fucking large. So I would really hope I wouldn't miss. But that would do. I think 1 shot to the head for a hippo wouldn't kill it, but it would do some pretty horrible damage. Now imagine if I landed like 2 or 3 shots to the head. That hippo's fucked. It's dead.
You know what?
I'm trying to get a good gauge on
Me
everything.
too. I'm looking at other, like what gun would be able to take a hippo, and all these are pretty high caliber guns.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly,
44 Magnum would murder a hippo with like 12 shots, especially. Now imagine if I landed all 12 shots.
all right, let's give you 6 shots then.
That hippo Fuck no. I don't think 6 shots is enough.
I think it is.
I don't think 6 shots is enough. If we have to factor in the fact that I might miss,
That's why.
or I might hit something that's not the head. So this all comes from if I hit the head. If I hit the fucking leg, I don't think the hippo's going to give a shit if I hit its leg. I think the hippo probably... Can a hippo feel pain?
Can a hippo feel?
Would it give a shit if I blew a hole through its leg?
I don't know.
Outside of just getting more angry?
Honestly,
I'll take the 44 mag 2 cylinders.
You know what? We can say 2 cylinders, but when I post it on the story, it's just going to say you with the 44 Magnum.
No, I've plenty of ammo. 44 Magnum, 12 shots.
But then you're making it sound way too easy for yourself.
It's a fucking hippo.
Okay, it's a challenge. We're trying to make it a fair fight.
The challenge is
6
not
shots.
getting caught by this fucking hippo.
6 shots.
I want 12.
Okay.
Do you have any idea
If you
that-
have 12, then you're in water.
Fuck no. The gun doesn't shoot underwater.
You're in a water area.
The gun is as good as fucking it's useless if we're underwater.
Okay, you're
Even if I'm in
5
water.
feet water.
No.
There you go.
I'm only 5 foot fucking 9. The
Exactly.
5 foot water would be horrible.
I think it's fair.
No. The bullet, you know how fast and how far bullets travel underwater?
Well, that's why you don't shoot it underwater.
How am I going to shoot the fucking hippo, Ethan?
I said 5 feet of water. A hippo's 5.2 feet. So
The hippo's barely going to be poking out.
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that.
there, your
I ain't doing
your
it.
target's exposed.
We're on land. I get 12 shots, 44 Magnum.
Okay, but it's an armored hippo.
Get the fuck out of here. It has armor. It's 2 inches thick. We talked
I will
about
give
that.
you 9 shots.
9 shots?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
All right.
9 shots.
Cool. There we
44
go.
Magnum, FMJ.
What? No.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't even think an FMJ is a thing for a 44 Magnum. But
Gavan with the 44 Magnum with
9
shots versus a full-grown male hippopotamus.
I like my odds.
I think that's a fair fight, Jacob. What do you think?
Yeah, after a little bit of research, 44 might not be as effective as you think.
Well, yeah, I'd say it'd take several shots. I don't think it'd be 1. Or even 3 or less.
Yeah, like the skin makes it almost bulletproof
Really?
to certain calibers.
Well, I mean, yeah. If you went up against it with like a fucking 22, I'd think you would need several.
I mean, like getting shot is going to hurt no matter what, but it's not like you're going to kill it. Like it's not going to penetrate its 2-inch thick skin.
Yeah, but a 44 Magnum?
You have to
Yeah.
you have to wait till
After
it's
a little
close
bit of
enough
research,
to open its mouth, and then you put the gun.
it
in its
has
mouth
some
and shoot it.
more.
Put the gun to its mouth?
Yeah,
It has
shoot it.
It has
That would be
less
enough. It'll take
thick
your-
areas
It'll take your
in
arm,
its
but
torso, but
Well, I would probably have to go for either headshots or like a throat shot, which I don't think hippos have big necks. I think they just have shoulders and then head. I don't even think they have a neck, really.
it would be a fight. 9 shots is fine by me.
9 shots, but if those 9 shots don't put it down, I'm
You
fucked.
start within 20 yards.
20 yards? Fuck no. I get like 100.
You get 5 miles.
5 miles? I'm gonna be waiting for a fucking minute. You know what? I'll do that because by the time it gets to me, it might be tired. I have a better chance.
I'll give you 50 yards.
Point was distance doesn't matter.
I'll take 100 yards. It can run as fast as a person. It's catching me in like 10 seconds.
A
Not
40
even.
better
yard
shoot.
40-yard dash is like 4 seconds. So,
But how fast for a hippo to run 40 yards?
well, it runs the same speed as a human. So
It can match the speed of a human. It doesn't say that it runs as fast as a human, meaning it could probably go faster.
or it could go slower.
How fast does a hippo run? We're talking about
19
an
miles
enraged,
per hour.
bloodlusted hippo.
Why is it enraged and bloodlust? So what the heck did you do to it?
I'm going to be killing it. That's
And it knows this beforehand.
well, I mean, if I get the surprise feature,
Maximum on
then
land,
sure.
30 miles per hour.
Oh.
Get
my
the fuck out of here. Yes, I want at least 100 yards.
Hippos are very quick. They can run to around 19 miles per hour. They kind of gallop, but
like a
like
sprint.
maximum is going to be around, probably less than 30.
Yeah, I want at least 100 yards.
Okay, none of that's going to be in the Instagram story
Why?
because it's irrelevant. It's
Why
just
the
you
fuck
versus
is
a
that
hippo.
irrelevant?
It's up to everyone else's imagination.
That is not irrelevant.
Unless they listen to this.
What if I start 5 feet away from it? I don't think the revolver does jack shit at that point.
Gotta get your 6 shots off.
I think
before
the
you reload.
revolver, I would obliterate my wrist if I just fucking hip fired. Like, if I just fanned the hammer on a 44, I think my wrist would be destroyed. I don't even know if I'd be able to do that.
Gavin, I have faith in you.
I think I would probably get the second shot off before the gun just jumped out of my hand.
You're going to have to do it if a hippo's running at you.
Or I can just take my time with the 100 yards and plan my shots.
I think you can take it. but I'm probably going to vote for the hippo.
9 shots.
Ooh, the first one that the animal will win. Let's go. Come on,
Can
hippo.
we give a nerf to the fucking hippo? Every animal has had a nerf.
You have a gun.
You have a gun, though. You've never had a gun before.
No animal has been this fucking bulletproof before.
I disagree.
What do you fucking mean you disagree?
I disagree.
What animal have we gone up against?
Be sure to vote on our Instagram at OEF White Noise.
It's pretty fast.
I know it's
To
fast, which is why I want
See
starting
who
distance.
would win in a fight.
Look at the hippo.
I'm not the one saying it isn't fast.
Oh my gosh.
Look how fast they are.
That's just a fucking jog. That's not even
It's
like
not
a,
even sprinting.
It's
to
not
kill
even
you.
trying.
It's not even chasing a Gavin with an eye.
Gavin with a 44 Magnum versus a hippo. Be sure to vote your answer on our Instagram. It'll be posted Friday at 10 a.m.
Hopefully.
Friday at 10 a.m. on the Instagram story. You can vote there. You can also vote on Spotify. If you listen on Spotify, there will be an option that where you can vote to see who would win. If you miss either of those, or if you just listen on YouTube, leave a comment down below on who would win on this episode's Gavin versus Wild. Next week, Gavin will take on a kangaroo.
Woo!
A kangaroo?
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week.
That'd be fun.
Oh, fuck. I would have rather done the kangaroo this week. Shit.
Be sure to tune in next week to figure out the handicaps and buffs for the kangaroo.
I'm fucked. If
Gavin with the 44 versus a Chihuahua. Who would win?
Chihuahuas are pretty small. I might miss a few times. But if I can land at least one shot, that thing is fucking just a pit, like a... Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Keep going.
Jacob, do you have a Jakey factuality for us this week?
Yeah, a little bit different since we're going with Gavin versus Wild and the hippopotamus. I thought I'd give him a little bit of help. Here are some safety tips, things to remember when encountering a hippopotamus in the wild.
Rule number 1.
How to keep your
Don't.
life.
Don't.
Here is some hippo safety advice in bullet points. If you're in a canoe, because hippos spend most of their time in water, that's where you would encounter them. Allow them plenty of space. Avoid rivers where numbers are concentrated. Tap the side of the boat to signal your position so hippos do not come up beneath you. Keep your distance when on foot. Avoid thickets where hippos may be skulking. Listen out for oxpecker calls, a warning sign that there may be a hippo around. And as a last resort, use a tree or a termite mound as cover. Basically, avoid them.
Yeah.
So those are the safety tips when encountering a rhino, which I don't find very helpful.
How
but
to survive.
hippo, sorry.
How to survive if
Rhino
you
would be a good
encounter a hippo.
Don't.
Fuck.
You know,
A fucking rhino? Holy shit.
with
Who the fuck said that? Which one of you said that?
Jacob accidentally said rhino when he was talking about hippo,
Get
and then I
the
said
hell
rhino
out
would be
of
good.
here.
But next week is a kangaroo.
I need like an elephant rifle. Yeah, no, there's no chance. No thanks.
Gavin versus a mammoth.
Mammoth?
Do I have like a fucking RPG?
The last mammoth.
But you're the same size as the mammoth.
Okay.
No, I was thinking like a silverback gorilla, but it's like 1/3 of the size.
But it's still got the strength of one.
But it's just like, yeah, I mean, but it's smaller.
Okay, that makes it easier for it to kill me. Can I just step on him?
Yeah, I guess.
Like in Spy Kids 2, the spider monkey.
Oh god.
I don't even remember Spy Kids 2.
It's a
The island one, right?
brief
Yeah, I
memory.
remember that one.
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
He has the most raw line ever in that
I
movie.
know, say it.
He's, what is it? He's like, do you think God hides up in heaven because he too is ashamed of his creation or
like
scared of his
his
creation?
creation.
It's like, yo.
In fucking Spy Kids. With the movie with walking horrible CGI thumbs. I think it's the same movie too. Or is that just in the first one?
I think they're in all the movies, or 2 of them at least, yeah.
Sylvester Stallone was the third one.
Thumb
I
thumbs.
know, yeah.
The toy maker. Or the game maker.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram where you can cast your vote for Gavin versus Wild. Woo! That's at OEF White Noise. Be sure to follow us too if you're not following us. If you're just leaving a vote and not following, like, what's wrong with you?
Team Gavin with the fucking revolver.
If you miss the Instagram story where you can vote, then you need not worry.
Gavin with the big eye.
You can also vote on Spotify. If you're a Spotify listener, there is an option to where you can vote on that on this episode. Or you can just leave your vote in the comments of the YouTube. On YouTube, we're One-Eyed Fits. That's where you can find us. And then we're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and probably other places. Be Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave down your comments. Speaking of comments, if you leave a comment, there's a chance we'll read it. So leave a comment, Last week, we have a comment from Brett. Shout out, Brett.
Woo.
Thanks for listening.
Shout out, Brett.
So I think he's referring to last week's movie of Blade Runner. He said, definitely recommend Drive. Ryan Gosling is incredible in it, as well as pod favorite Oscar Isaac.
Nice.
I didn't even know Oscar Isaac was in Drive.
I didn't either.
I haven't seen it.
That guy's in everything.
That guy is in everything. We might do Drive next week then. Have you seen it? Oh, you said you haven't seen it. We will do Drive probably the week after because I like Ryan Gosling and I love Oscar Isaac.
Epic.
Gavin?
Holy shit, that flew. Did you see that?
Destroying the studio.
God damn. That's
So
scary.
leave a comment of your thoughts, movie suggestions, topic suggestions. If you have a question, leave them down in the comments. If you think Gavin will get obliterated by a hippo, let us know.
Or do you
if you think Gavin can take on a hippo with a 44 Magnum, let us know.
Several shots.
Gavin with the big iron on his hip.
Man, I wonder if I'm going to be listening to any music while I'm killing this hippo. Ethan, do you have a song to recommend for me?
Oh, exquisite. Yeah, this one is an oldie. It's when did it come out? Came out in the 50s or 60s.
The Beatles?
Ironic.
I think next week I might suggest a Beatles song just because you said some shit like that.
You don't even like the Beatles.
I don't hate them, like you claim to.
I never said I hated them.
Seems like you do.
I do.
Okay.
Anyways, the song I recommend this week is Ricky Nelson's A Teenager's Romance.
Oh, exquisite.
So,
So it's
listen
from
to that.
the 50s?
Check it out. It's from the album The Rock and Roll Era, Ricky Nelson. So from 57 to 72.
Oh, nice.
So it's somewhere in between there.
Somewhere in between.
So most likely the 60s.
Cool.
Be sure, listen to that. That's the song of the week. And yeah, thank you for listening.
Woo.
Been more of a laid back episode. Appreciate
Like
you.
it. Had fun. Good to be back.
Gavin's a good lad. We'll probably implement Gavin Unhinged, where he just rants for 5 minutes. If you want that, let us know in the comments.
Oh, gosh.
Because I kind of want to hear it.
Another rage session. Let's go.
No.
Rage.
I already went unhinged when talking about Cullen for a minute.
I
There.
know that was.
So that's all you'll have to do. How was the living experience with Cullen? Oh, man. Just
Shout out
kidding,
Colin.
Colin.
Shout
I
out
didn't hate
Colin.
living with you. I can tolerate you a little bit more now.
Now that you don't live with him,
Now that I don't live with you. Just kidding. Just kidding, Colin. Gosh.
Colin doesn't listen. You don't have to apologize.
I do, because he's probably going to listen to this episode.
Why?
Because I'm going to tell him about it.
Oh, okay.
Colin's birthday was like forever ago.
It was a month ago.
Yeah.
Exactly a month ago.
Happy birthday, Colin.
Happy birthday a month ago.
Not exactly a month ago. It was
It was in April. It was in March.
March 23rd.
It was
Yeah.
March.
Happy birthday 2 months ago.
All right. Cool. Thanks for listening. Be sure to tune in next week. I don't know if it'll be Thursday
Oh, wait.
when we record.
Happy birthday, meme. Say happy birthday to her.
Who?
Meme.
Happy birthday meme.
There
Happy
you go.
birthday.
It's my grandma.
Oh,
Aw,
happy birthday.
meme.
While we're going on the happy birthdays, happy birthday, Alexia, as well.
Happy birthday, Alexia.
There you go.
Yeah. This is just the birthday week.
Birthday week, I guess. Yeah, happy birthday, Joe, meme, and Alexia.
Did we ever catch Paul's missed birthday?
Why do you have to bring that up right
Happy
now?
birthday,
Happy
Paul.
birthday, Paul.
Because we shouted out Brett, but it's because we were recording on his birthday. I just forgot about Paul's. Happy birthday, Paul. All right, cool. Thanks for listening. Be sure to tune in next week. Had a heck of a time.
Yeah,
It's been
baby.
great. Right now, we have to take Gavin to get a chastity belt.